Welcome to the Beach House with Mo and Steph. Come on in, pour yourself a drink, and join us out on the deck as we inspire, encourage, and empower one another to live authentic, audacious, above-only lives. It's all right here at the Beach House. Welcome to the Beach House with Mo and Steph.
Steph.
We are back. We are back at it with a hot topic. My tree. My tree is the hot topic.
That is a Christmas tree.
I want people to understand that it is not a Christmas tree. It is just
Stephanie,
with some lights on it.
Hold on. Spectaculars.
It's a tree.
That is
It's just a plain old tree with some lights on it.
Okay. Question.
Query.
Does it become a Christmas tree at Christmas? Has it ever been a Christmas tree?
Not
at Christmas.
Not really.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because that would entail buying Christmas decor for it, which I was always too cheap to do.
Okay.
So
wait.
There was this last Christmas, there was one bulb on there because I got this pack of Snoopy ornaments from Costco. And I hung one of those ornaments on there.
Okay, what was the one? Why only one?
Because I had I don't even know. I think I put the other ones on the Christmas tree downstairs.
Okay, so because of the one ornament of Christmas love.
It wasn't even an ornament. It was just Snoopy laying on top of his little house, his little dog house.
Okay, is he still on there?
No.
Why?
Because it just seemed ridiculous to have it there.
Oh, because Christmas is over.
Hey, do I really need lone Snoopy hanging on the branch? I don't think so.
I mean, he's cool.
But
He's cool like that. He's cool.
It's just a nice little tree that has lights on it. Because, why not?
I love how you try to make it right. No, it's okay. I just thought the people might want to know, so I just wanted to.
Why it's there,
Okay, yes, and it's a happy tree.
It's a happy tree. It's a tree in the forest. Because
it's in the forest too. Okay.
Christmas trees grow in the forest, right? So are they Christmas trees all year round, or just when it's time to cut them down?
Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna see. My daughter made lemonade.
Philosophy in the highest.
Just drink the lemonade.
Drink that lemonade.
Yeah, look, check this out. It's a glass with a wood thing and a glass straw.
Okay.
Pretty snazzy.
Well, you know what? It's Cinco de Mayo today, on the day of this recording.
Is it Cinco de Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo. So I just got back from Cinco Margarita Day. So, yeah.
How many?
And you know what? We had souvenir cups, and she took my cup.
She took your cup?
She took my cup. She took them in the bathroom, rinsed them out, and then took them home.
Your daughter?
My daughter. She did.
Oh, she's slick.
She got herself a set now.
Yeah, that's what she did. And how she snuck it.
And I was supposed to have the set, but she ended up with the set. So.
Okay, well, when you go over her house.
They were tasty.
When you go over her house, that's what you slip in your bag.
Tasty frozen margaritas.
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo.
And the cups on Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo today. So, yeah.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, people.
Happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone.
To everyone.
And yesterday was said daughter's birthday. So, we all went out for that too.
That feel.
She is no longer in the 20s. Which is funny because we're doing a recap on the stories that we tell ourselves, the series that we've been doing. And the very first guest that we had was Miss Pauline.
Yes.
is
I
a
love her.
fitness trainer and 72 years old, about to be 73 years on this earth. I don't even think I like saying old anymore. I think I'm going to say
Yeah.
there's so many years on this earth.
Yeah.
So
That sounds good.
she's about to be 73 years on this earth. And we were all talking about the old thing. And
Yeah.
here at my daughter's birthday party,
Mm-hmm.
they're all making jokes about dementia and old bones and cracking.
Really? It's in the conversation.
It's in the conversation. She just turned 30 and they're making old jokes.
Was she? I mean, they're
It's
like
hard.
they're all 30 in the room, right? 30 and 31 too.
Noah,
Wow.
Noah's younger and Angelica's younger. But, and Noah's talking about how he's still cool because he's in his 20s. But apparently, when you hit 30,
Wow.
the
Wow.
story
That's
that we tell ourselves.
and if 100 is the bonus number,
You in bad
you
shape.
already jumped off the ship.
You are in bad shape.
You're in bad shape.
Coming downhill at 30 and you're planning to live to 100,
Yeah.
you got a long, hard road.
Yeah. And you know what? They're already speaking it
Yeah.
into existence. And they don't even realize it because it's like a joking kind of thing.
It's a joke. And
but you're still speaking it.
That's how our society has made it. It's a joke, oh yeah, when you get to be my age, it's downhill from there. I can't remember. What did I say? No.
Yeah.
And all of that is coming to fruition in your life.
Yeah. That's amazing.
But Miss Pauline, she got on us about that. She got on us about
got
that.
all the people on it. Yes, she did. She's like, yeah, no.
I absolutely love her.
She was awesome. That was a good episode.
All
of them were good.
If you missed one, you got to go back and check it out because she was talking all about how we need to invest in ourselves for our generations. It's a legacy that we're leaving.
Yeah.
And I know one of the ones that she shared was a friend that she had that had just passed away recently. And she said that she was in a bed in the middle of her living room. That was her life.
That was her existence.
That was her existence, being in this bed, and her grandkids had to come and climb up in the bed with her.
Oh my God.
It's like, this is the memory that they're going to have of their grandma.
Yeah. Then I talked about my friend, chef friend. And I remember when I started at APU, and the first thing she said was, okay, so like, look, if I pass out or whatever, because she had something with her heart, if I pass out, this is what you need to do. And I'm just like, wait, what the heck are you talking about? Right?
Why are we passing out?
I was like, huh? And every time when she would talk to me or, talk to us, I should say, it was like giving knowledge. It was like she was already acting like she was gonna die kind of thing. Right. Mm-hmm. And I worked there for 13 years.
She's getting prepared.
And that's 13 years of hearing that, of like, okay, when you get this age, because she was older than me. And when you get this age, this is going to happen. And then when you get this age, this is going to happen. And my brain, and what's amazing, my brain could not comprehend what she was saying.
Yeah.
Because it didn't line up. Right. And then she passed away in her sleep. But she passed away in her recliner chair because she couldn't lay flat in the living room.
Ooh.
Yeah. Lived through COVID, lived through it all, lived through APU, all of that. And this is the thing. The next month, I think it was, or the next, I think it was 2 weeks coming, because she was waiting for her birthday so that she can retire at the correct age or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was like the next month or something.
Wow.
She was right to retire and she had already started talking about like going into like, lowering everything that she has, or as as far as like, I guess when you live in assisted living, not assisted living, but like 50 and 55 or whatever, the
Yeah.
place she was looking at, she found a place.
Retirement villa.
There was a waiting list. Yes, and she finally got the okay on the waiting list.
Ah.
Just got it. And then I came over one of the days or whatever, and she was like, "Okay, Monique." She's like, "Well, look around and see what you would like to have." I'm like, "Wait, what?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna start downsizing and stuff." And so she's like, "Just pick out stuff that you want." I'm like, "I don't want anything." She's like, "You have to pick out something." And I'm just like, why do I have to pick out something? Give me, okay, the little elephant right there, little elephant right there, whatever, right? She's like, okay, so when I move, then you get the little elephant. She had already had a place, like a friend that would take, because she can only have one animal, so one dog. So she already had somebody lined up to take the dog. She already had all the things in her house divvied out. In my mind, I'm going, are you dying? What is happening, right? And
Wow.
she's doing the process of somebody who knows they're dying. But she thinks she's moving. Yeah, you're moving. You're moving on. You're
Moving to
already
your
doing it.
eternal place.
Yeah. And then I want to say the next week, she passed away.
Wow. It's like
In her sleep, dude.
you don't even know what you're setting yourself up for.
Yeah. Already laid everything out. And I was just like, I mean, went home like, why was she doing that? Why was she dying?
I was watching this concert, and they were live streaming it. And I guess one of the sponsors that they had, because it was in Florida, one of the
Mm-hmm.
sponsors they had was this it was called Margaritaville.
Oh, what? There you go.
Margaritaville was a retirement place.
That was
And
the name of it?
yeah, Margaritaville. And so I click on it, right? Because I'm like, that's a snazzy name. So I just have to see, what is this Margaritaville about? So I'm clicking on there, and they have all these cool pictures, and they got all the people are happy, and they're hanging out by the pool and chilling and everything. And
Right.
for a split second, I start thinking, wow, this looks kind of nice. I'm
And you're
like,
like,
wouldn't that be cool to like be in a little community where you can roll around in your little golf cart, and they got the stores and everything all there and all the stuff. And then I'm like, but it's a retirement village. And I'm thinking, no, I could not deal with that unless there was some lively, party people there.
yeah,
So I'm like, really?
yeah. Because you have to think about the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Like you said, they
Exactly.
have to be people who are like vision driven,
Or like
still
my,
living in it, in the groove, and not
yeah,
just because
I,
there's no kids,
yeah, there's no kids. So you have to be
there's
around
no youth.
people who are bringing it themselves. Otherwise, it's just downhill.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like, oh no, I don't think that's for me.
I'm not ready for that,
I
And
do not think that is for me.
I
No.
think too, if I ever decide to buy a house, because
And then there's the alligators. No. That's a whole other story though.
can you put that on the thing? Because that's that alligator. No, that right there, can't do it.
So
I can't do it. But I think when I decide to buy a house or whatever,
I'll put my
I
beach house.
think it has to be, yeah, and it has to be where there's kids and teenagers and stuff like that. I can't, yeah, I need that. I need youth around me.
Some Utes. Where the Utes?
Youths. I
Where
need
the
the
Utes
youths.
at? Where the Utes at?
Where are the youths? Yeah,
It's like you gotta have something.
you gotta have something.
But I mean,
Yeah,
she brought it home. Pauline brought it home with how important it is to take care of our spirit, our mind, and our body, and not just fall into these stories that you hear from everyone. And it's everywhere. Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
yeah,
it is everywhere.
everywhere. And then
I
the
fall into
second one,
the age category. Nope.
yeah, no, done.
Nope. Nope. But on a side note, though,
To the side,
on the side note, a little
what's the side
ATV
note?
guy came to my house And so he was trying to sell me the wireless, and I'm like, okay, fine. You don't even have to sell me because I wanted it anyway. So, so
He
he's
was crying.
so he's talking to me, and I'm just messing with him and cracking jokes and stuff. And he says, I need to put your age in here. And I said, my age? I'm like, 29. And he's like, okay, okay. And he's like, really? How old are you? And I said, I'm 34. And he's like, okay, I'll buy that. He's like, I don't know about the
Oh,
20.
I'll buy that.
He's like,
Yep.
34, I'll definitely buy that. And he's like, so okay, what's your birthday year? And I said 67. And he's like, he just like got this stone face, like, what? Are you kidding me? And I said, yeah, 67. He's like, you are straight up lying.
Like it says it right
Like,
here.
and so he gets a lady on there and she's asking me for my birthday. So I tell her, and he's like, she lying. She is lying.
Oh, he's in the background saying this.
I'm saying it. So I'm like, okay, cool. You're my friend.
Yeah, yeah. We're doing it, but hey, we're doing it right.
Doing it. That's what you got to do. It's all about enjoying yourself, having fun, investing in yourself, living life.
And like Pauline said, watching what you eat, what you put in that vehicle, because it's
Yeah,
got to keep driving.
you only get one of them, and it's like, hey, you can't sit your car in the garage and let it just sit there. It's not gonna work.
No,
So you can't sit your body on the couch and expect it to work. It's not gonna happen.
this is not
You
right.
got to get up off that couch. Look at literally, I'm right now. I could be sitting in my cool chair, but
Are you on a ball?
I'm sitting on the ball. Hold the cord. Sitting on the ball, holding the cord.
Don't roll off, girl.
Oh, it can happen.
It could happen.
It can happen. It can happen. And then, like, the next one we had was our stories that we tell ourselves about identity. When
I did that.
We had Miss Nidra on.
Yes.
She was amazing. She was
She's
amazing.
phenomenal.
And
yes,
I think the the cool thing about that is like that we grew up in the same circles, but we never met each other.
that blows my mind. But you said why though? You said
like,
why? Because you didn't
we
associate.
knew a lot of the same people, but we never met until now for her writing her amazing book, which I got a copy of.
You like it?
And I can't wait to start reading it. I haven't started reading it yet because I'm still trying to finish the other book. Okay, the thing about it is
that's very disciplined of you.
The thing about it is that I do everything on audio.
Yeah, and but she says she's working on that right now.
Working on the audio. It's like, I tear up some audio books, but if I have one in print, and it's like I wanted to order it because I want to support and do all that. So I ordered it, but it's like I'm still trying to read the last book that hasn't been on audio. So it's like it takes me forever to actually read the copy.
Yeah. She has to keep us posted when it's on audio. And we'll say it on the show here.
Definitely. It's like, because I don't even know. I've read like 15 books on audio since the time we
yes. Yeah. Because you can move and groove with the audio.
I can move and groove with the audio, but it's like if I'm reading the hard copy, I can only get like maybe 6-7 pages in before my eye is like, she done.
Yeah. It's like, all right, it's time for a nap.
She's done. Give her a nap because she's used all she can use for the day.
Yeah. Well, she's in the progress of doing that as we speak. So
she's getting it recorded online. But if I finish the other one first, then I'm gonna get on in it because I know it's good. Because I relate. I totally related to some of her stories and the things that people put on you and you just accept it as gold.
Yeah. And it's their crap.
It is.
And then you're walking in their crap. It's terrible.
Because it's like, everybody's got something that they're dealing with. Whether it's like a physical thing, a mental thing, an emotional thing, whatever it is, everybody's dealing with something. And so to just pick out somebody's thing and, say, well, you're not good enough because of that. Well, what about the thing you're dealing with?
Right. And you know what, too? People don't realize when they're doing that kind of stuff that, and that, a big thing that connects to that, and I was doing a study on that too, is sarcasm. Sarcasm is huge. Sarcasm says a lot about a person. And when you're putting your sarcasm on someone else all the time, you don't realize what you're doing to them. And because of the words that you're speaking to that person, you have to automatically reap what you
Yeah.
sow.
Because you're like, oh no, I'm just messing around.
Yeah, but
But
those are
you put it out
seeds,
there though. You put it out.
right? You spit out seeds. That words are seeds. You're putting out those
Bro.
seeds onto the ground that have to grow. It's just a
Mhm.
law. It's just the way that
Yeah.
God works.
They're
It's just
gonna grow
like
regardless.
oxygen. We breathe it. Like up is, throw something up is coming down. It's just automatic. So it's a big lesson, and pay attention to the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Do you
The,
understand
what,
the
the
word that's
words
coming
that are
out of my
coming out of
mouth?
my mouth. I mean,
It's so
that's, if
true.
anything that you walk away with is that, because you are damaging people and you don't even realize you're doing it. And then you're saying, why does my life have all these issues?
Way
And
it
it's like,
is.
okay, let me take you back to when you,
I think, as a whole, we need to just really think about the things that we say
yeah,
and teach your kids that it's okay to be different.
yeah,
Because it's like they don't have a malice in them. If they see something that they don't understand, they're going to point it out because they don't understand. So, like in Nidra's case where she's albino, if a little kid sees you and you have white hair and really, really pale skin, they're going to ask, what's wrong? So, as a parent, that's our responsibility to teach and educate our kids and say, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't know. We'll go home and look it up. Or you
there
might
you go.
even want to just ask the person, my child is, they're curious, and would it be okay if we asked you?
Right.
They're not gonna mind.
There you go.
They're not
There you
gonna
go.
mind if you just tell them honestly, hey, I've never seen that before. Can I ask you what's going on?
Yeah. And I think when you give that permission, you're teaching your children to have a love for everyone.
Yeah,
We're a rainbow, dude.
it's
It's
okay to be
it's
curious.
okay.
It's okay to want to know something that you haven't witnessed before. There's
Right.
nothing wrong with that. But it's not okay to say, I don't understand that. Ew, that's
Mhm.
nasty. That's ugly. Just because you don't understand it. And
Exactly.
that's what we got growing up.
Yeah. I was blown when she was
You don't
talking
look like
about the kids that were spitting on her.
yeah.
Like, who made that okay?
I think I had along the road, I had maybe less than a handful of
Dang.
people that tried to do things like that to me.
Uh-huh.
But, back in our day, I just popped them.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, hey, if you're gonna do something mean to me, you're gonna pay for it. And
Yeah.
that was just the way it was.
Yeah.
I didn't mind getting in a fight if I had to.
Yeah. I learned how it's funny that you say that. I learned how to have that muscle, I should say, when I was 5 years old. It was 5 or 6 or something, and we are 7. And we went to St. Louis. Like my mom's and dad sent us there for the summer, me and my brother or whatever, right? And it was for the first time being around my people
Uh-huh.
everywhere. Have
Yeah.
never experienced
It's
that before, right?
it's a
And
different it's a
it's
different thing. It's a
different. It
different
was
culture.
different,
Especially,
right?
if it's a whole nother region also.
Mm-hmm. And so coming in as a kid with, the California kid, I'm meeting all the kids on the block and everything. And then, it takes some time, you start to become friends and everything. And I noticed that when they would talk about each other or whatever they're doing, they would have like the swag about them or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. And then learn how to cuss. I hate to say it, but you learn how to cuss, you learn how to fight with your words.
Your
and
words.
what your how you hold yourself or whatever. And so I
Mhm.
learned that the whole summer was school, was learning how to stand up for myself, right? Man,
Right.
girl, I came back that next year. I was the same Monique, and I had a patience level, and hey, leave me alone.
Get down. Took
Leave
it
me
down.
alone. Hey, leave me alone. And there's this one bully guy that when we would walk home, he would always try to mess with me, and he would, using the N word and the this and the whatever, how it
Mhm.
does, right? And one day, I was like, all right, let's do this. And
Got
I
you
went off, and I was just like, okay, let's bring this, whatever. And all the other friends and everything, because I grew up with all of these people since kindergarten, right? And they were just like backing me up or whatever. And they're like, yeah, you need to leave her alone or whatever. Do you know that that kid became my best friend?
But that's what happened back then because
It's crazy.
people handled their stuff. You know, when somebody attacked you, you didn't just let them do it. You
No,
stood up for yourself and they saw that fire in you or whatever. And I don't know if it gained respect or whatever, but it's like, oh, I can't mess with them
they
anymore.
can't mess with you.
So if I can't mess with you, maybe we better hang together, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And after that, he was like a good friend all the way up to high school.
And you don't see
He was
that
my buddy.
these days because people they they get so crushed emotionally
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so they don't stand up for themselves. They don't they let words just eat them
yeah,
alive. And
yeah,
it's you can't do that because people are going to say what they're going to say.
yeah. And
And
it all matters on the level of your self confidence, right?
there's not a thing that you can do about what they say
Yeah.
except know who you are inside
Yes.
and stand up for yourself.
Yep. That's the magic words. Know who you are. Once you know that, they
They're
can't.
still touching you.
They can't.
They're still
But
touching you.
no,
It's like
no.
even if you don't know, where you're going or what you're up to, you're like, I ain't gonna let them say that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? When you go and you tell your parents that, and they're like, so this is, look, no, that's not who you are.
Hmm.
And the next time you talk to him, you tell them that that is not who you are.
And that's what one of the things that Nidra said about her mom. She
Yeah.
always reinforced with her that, this is not who you are. You are smart. You are beautiful. You are the person that you were created to be. And,
Mm-hmm.
she was able to live from that place.
Yeah.
And that's what we all need to do is to
And
be
that's why she's where she's
live
at
from that
now.
place. I know a doctor, author.
Yep.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's like, my mind is going to take me to the places that I want to go.
Yeah.
So I don't have time to sit here and deal with all this
But you're petty.
nonsense.
Yeah.
I have a mind that's going to take me somewhere.
Yeah.
And she was able to set all that aside. And yeah, it does hurt. I mean,
Oh,
you can't get away from the pain of people criticizing and knocking you. But what you can do is say, "Hey, I'm bigger than it.
yeah. That's true.
It's not who I am. I am bigger than this, and I'm gonna just keep going and do my own thing."
Keep pushing forward. Yeah.
Yeah, you hurt my feelings, but it's not gonna stop me.
But you know what, too? Our parents did let us know there wasn't a lot of babying,
No.
like babysitting the issue or whatever. And
Mm-mm.
so you knew that, okay, no, nobody treats us like this. And it was a family thing. It was like, nobody treats our family like this. You don't treat me like this. But it was also, you aren't that person.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
it
don't subscribe
walk
to
forward, keep
her.
going. And the fact that you're telling that my parents would tell me, this is not gonna stop happening.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna keep happening in different areas of your life. So we're
You
gonna
need
learn
to deal
this
with
now.
it. You need to learn how to deal with it.
You need to learn how to deal with this, and you need to learn how to stand up for yourself and learn how to stand up for your siblings,
Mm-hmm.
because it happens to them too. So yeah, that was an amazing episode.
I thought
Definitely people go listen to that. All of them. That whole
everybody and get the book.
get it the book is.
Get the
Yes.
book. The book is in our description. So get the book. It was the stories that we tell ourselves about identity. Get the book. Dr.
Yes.
Major Heckman. Yes.
Yes. And the big one after that was success. The stories we tell ourselves about success. With the Zach Master.
Zach Master. And I like the way, what you were saying about how, our parents taught us that these things are going to go away. And so that kind of leads over into the success aspect because challenges and obstacles are not going to go away.
No.
So if we get in that habit of thinking that everything's got to flow smoothly in order for me to get to the level that I want to get to, you're not going to get there.
No.
Not going to get there because life is it's a big game.
It's a game.
It's
a game. And that
so you got to learn how to play that game, and you're not going to win every game. I mean, no matter how amazing of an athlete you are, you're not going to win every game. It's just not going to happen.
No. And there's different levels of athletes because it can be like a physical athlete, it can be mental athlete. Mm-hmm. It's all in the training of how you get up and you go. You fall down, you get up and you go. And you master your craft.
You master
it
too.
Yes.
And it was perfect having Mr. Zach Yano on to talk about that because
that was blowing my mind.
Young guy in his 20s, and that's not something that you see a lot in that bracket of people who are just like, okay, I got a goal, I got a vision, I got a dream, and I'm gonna shoot for it no matter what. Because what happens? You get that first obstacle and it's like, oh man, I had this came up and I don't know how I'm going to get around it. And all of a sudden it's like, well, I guess it's not meant for me.
Yeah. And something is when you make a decision to make a change against the grain, like a business or anything that you're about to do, right? Anything. Adversity is coming for your butt.
That is part of it. Okay. So Miss Pauline had on her fitness page, she was talking about this book that she was reading. She did a quote from it, and it was from Napoleon Hill. It's called Outwitting the Devil. So of course, when I see that she mentions this book, I go get it, right?
Yes.
So I started reading the book, and it's really cool. I would recommend it to people to go get it. He's the author of Think and Grow Rich, and so.
Oh, that's a good book.
He's writing this stuff back in the 30s. And this book didn't get published until, just a few years back. I don't know, maybe 2016 or something like that. Because the family actually did not want this book to get published because they were really worried about all the criticism and backlash that it would get. So in this book, he has this, what he calls, it could be imaginary, it could be real, whatever. He said it doesn't really matter. What matters was the principles behind it. And it was an interview that he had with the devil. And so he's asking the devil all these pointed questions about how he does what he does. And fear, of course, was the number one weapon.
Yes.
And he talked about these like 9 levels of fear. And I don't know, off the top of my head, it was poverty, fear of criticism, fear of old age, fear of oh gosh, I had written. And fear of death, fear of ill health. There's all these different fears that people go through, and these are the weapons that I use to keep people from being where they are. And he talked about being a drifter. That's his main weapon also. Is like, I guess he was saying there was like 2% of the people, 98% don't do what they were put here to do. 2% are
Could
going
you
are
imagine
going to
that?
go out. And if you look at it, that's how the wealth is broken down. It's like it's a very small minority, to like 2% of the world's greatest wealth is going to this small percentage, and everybody else is fighting for the rest of it. And so it
Oh,
it was really, really interesting because I started thinking about that, and I'm like, that's what it all boils down to is fear. Fear of making mistakes. And if you look at it, this is how we learn. It's like life is it's a big schoolroom.
yes.
It's
I've always said that.
yeah,
Yes.
I know you said that. It's like life is it's education. And so
Hmm.
we cannot get to where we're going without making mistakes. But the lie is that if you make a mistake, then there's something wrong and you're not going to do what you need to do, when reality is by making those mistakes is how you get to the next level.
It's almost like you have to change the wording.
Yeah.
Like instead of calling it like mistake, you have to change it to something else.
Yeah, because everything that we come across is here to teach us something.
Hmm.
It's not, what do they say? It's not happening to you, it's happening for you.
For you. Yeah.
So if we're thinking about mistakes that get made, what can I learn from that thing that happened? If that was the first question that we asked ourselves, okay, this happened. I don't have any
Hmm.
money at the end of the month. I'm overdrawn. There's zero money in my bank account.
Good.
If the first question that you asked yourself was, what am I learning from this? What can I learn from this experience? Well, the first thing that you're probably going to learn is I need to budget better.
Yeah.
If I had budgeted my money better, I wouldn't be at this deficit now.
Yeah.
Or maybe I need to look into getting a position
Emergency
that pays
fund.
more. Maybe I need to have a backup fund. There's like so many directions that you can go from that one thing of being overdrawn. There's so
Yeah.
many different avenues you can take from there that you could learn something from. But we look at it as I'm overdrawn. I don't
I
have any
live on the
money.
streets.
It's like I guess I'm just not good at money. I'll never be good at money. It's too hard
And
and
look
I'm
and look at
never
the
ever
words.
gonna learn.
Look at the words that are being spoken
Then
as
you're
that
speaking
one
over
thing,
yourself.
that one thing.
Yeah,
You just like
you're speaking
catapulted
it over
a whole gob
yourself.
of crap into your future.
I'm not good
I'm
enough.
not
Is
good
what
at
you're
money.
telling
What?
yourself. I'm
You
not good
have
at
it every
money.
day.
I'll never amount to anything. I'll never
Uh,
get past this. It's like just because you were overdrawn.
yeah. And you know what's the enemy is just sitting back with his like at his table, his round
Like,
table, and he's like, watch this, check it out, check it
yeah.
out. Watch the fit, watch the
All,
film.
all I gotta do
All
is
we have to
one
do
little thing.
one thing. And he's like, dude, this right here
And
is
they're gonna
golden.
spiral. They're gonna
I'm gonna
spiral
let
out of control.
yes, I'm gonna let this spiral, and it's gonna keep spiraling. Then I'm gonna hit his kids. And after
Because
that, it's
they're listening to this.
yes, and they're watching your actions, right? And it's
This
like, okay, now I'm gonna keep them there. Now I'm gonna roll this into a generational chain of hell.
And here's the thing that he talked about in the book. He said, I go after the children because by the time they get to be teenagers and adult in early 20s, they
Yep.
already know how to make up their own mind. So the goal is to get the children as young as possible into this thinking. I'm like, and look at there was
Mm-hmm.
there was a student that I had at my martial arts school. And we had somebody come out that did a seminar for us. And he's got all these martial arts programs. Very
Mhm.
wealthy guy and really great guy. And we said, how did everybody like, the seminar with so and so? And this kid says, I didn't like it. And we're like, why didn't you like it? It was fun. Everybody was having a blast. And he says, I didn't like him. And so I had to probe a little further. I'm like, well, what didn't you like about him? And he said, I don't like people who have money. And I said, well, why not? You need money to live. And he's like, no, I don't. People who have money are bad people. And I'm just,
Wow,
whoa.
dude.
Whoa. It's like, you didn't get that on your own. That came from
Oh,
the environment that you are surrounded by. Is
right.
this guy is a great guy. Known him for years. And he didn't like him because he has money. That's
How
it.
did that guy get into that meeting? Like, what? How did he get there?
His parents brought
Because,
him. This is
huh?
one of the students, one of the kids,
One of the kids.
one
Oh
of the
my.
kids. And we just had this person come in to teach a seminar. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, we loved him. It was so great. We're doing flips. We're doing kicks. We're doing all this stuff. I didn't like him. What? I mean, I was taken back. What do you mean you didn't like him?
That's
what,
deep. And he's
what
a
did you like?
kid?
Yeah. I'm
He's
like,
a
what did you
kid.
like about him? And he said, I don't like him because he has money.
That's amazing. Wow.
I'm like, wow. And so,
Wow.
I talked to him about that. It's like having money does not make you a bad person. You can be totally broke and be a terrible person. It's not about what you have, it's about who you are.
But if you wouldn't have pulled him aside on
Buying it.
that,
He wasn't buying it.
he would just stay at a plateau and he's not even a teenager.
He wasn't a
Wow.
teenager. He was not a teenager at
And
the
he's
time.
already plateaued.
Now he's a teenager. And I'm like,
Ooh, that'd be fun to talk to him now.
there's nowhere for you to go.
Yeah. You just cut your up. The only place to go is from down is up.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nowhere for you to go because it's
Capped his life.
if you don't want to if you think having money makes you a bad person, then where are you gonna go? It's
I,
sad.
I don't even know.
It's sad.
Like you literally put the cap on your life. That's it. This is as far as I can go.
This is
That's
it.
it.
And it's like, as we were sitting there talking to Zach, and I talked to Zach many, many, many times, and he'd tell me, oh, Miss Steph, I thought about doing such and such, and I'm like, okay, well, what's stopping you? And I remember when I was at a conference and he was working the conference and we were just talking in between the intermissions and he was telling me about how he wanted to get certified as an instructor and stuff for fitness. And I said, well, you need to do that. And he's like, oh, it's $1,000. I'm like, and?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
is that going to take you to the next level? Is that going to help you accomplish what you want to accomplish? Well, yeah, it'd be great. I'm like, then you need to make it happen.
I can't even think about how much money we spent on conferences and
Conferences.
conference because the saying was what was it? Books, tapes, functions. Book, tape, functions. And when we were building our second business, whatever books we were straight leadership books, business books, all that kind of stuff to help, keep, because you remember we were talking about on one of the shows that the millionaire, that show we were saying, he was talking about, and I got myself around millionaires. It's like, I don't even know any millionaires. And we were like, well, a lot of those millionaires are
you were
books.
saying, if you hang around 5 millionaires, you're going to be the sixth. And we're like, well, where do you find these millionaires?
In a book.
No, yeah, you don't have to know them.
Yeah. And ours was books. And that's what they used to have tapes. Shut up. Tapes. And that was millionaires talking. Yeah. Every single person on there was a millionaire. Yeah. And functions. You have to get yourself around the people, the environment.
People.
Stephanie, I don't know how much money that education on top of the education, on top of the education to where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't just happen like we were born, we went to high school, and then we're like, okay,
Yeah, let's do this.
let's do this. No, there's like, we
Because
are
that's the first,
57. There's 57 years of like build up.
yeah. And that's the first thing people tell you is, I don't know anybody like that. Well, you know where a library is.
Yeah.
You know where that is.
Yeah. And now you have, man, you got so much access
Because it builds,
stuff now.
you can build generational wealth or generational poverty.
Wow.
And
That
you have
was, I
to
was,
decide, you have to decide what your idea of success is. It doesn't have to be, having 7 figures. Maybe you just want to have excellent health. I don't know, whatever it is to you. Maybe you want to have great
be
relationships.
happy.
Yeah, you want to know people. You want to have a good marriage. You want your kids to not be in jail. Whatever it is.
Yeah. And
Whatever
your
that
kids to grow up happy
whatever that
and
picture of success is for you,
confident. Yeah.
you can do that. Or you can live this life that, everybody around you lives, and nobody's happy, everybody's depressed, everybody's down, everybody's complaining. That's
And that's the thing that we're in a world of, okay, sin. That's what that part is. So we enter in born into sin. That's what that is. That downswing. That swing, this, like you said, fear and no faith, because the opposite of fear is faith, right? So if you're having a lot of fear, you got to look at what is doing this.
Yeah.
What is the core of this?
Is like, fear is just faith in the negative.
In the negative.
And that's what what he described the devil as in the book of that Outwitting the Devil is, he said, I am all negative energy.
Period. Like, period. Like, he doesn't know how to have positive. He doesn't know how to not lie. He is lie.
Yeah.
He is death. He is this. We are in that world. That's what people don't get. It's like, so this is not the happy place.
If I could get you to go here with me, and then stay got you.
Yeah, and stay in my mindset of how this planet is supposed to work and it's supposed to be. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And this isn't your, fair. And I'm like, the fair Jesus is when you go to the fair. There is no fair.
Jesus came along and said, you can have an abundant life in the midst of this.
In the midst. That's the word. In the midst.
Not going to, and that's where a lot of things happen in the church, where you get saved and then you think, I'm a Christian now.
Voila!
Nothing ever hurt me ever again.
Ever.
And then when it does, you fall apart completely.
Yeah.
Because your whole world has been shattered, but that's not what the book says. The book says, in this life, you will have tribulation. You will have trials. But he said, I've overcome them all. So you don't have to worry about it now.
Yeah.
But it ain't going nowhere.
No. At all. That was the reason for Jesus's death, guys. Yeah. That piece, so you right
maneuver there. This place.
And so you have an advantage. Now, if you walk in the advantage, that's on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're walking defeated, if you're walking miserable, if you're walking in that's all you, dude. That's all your mindset. That's all. And you'll have moments, guys, because like I said, we are in this world. You will have pieces of this, and you'll catch yourself. You'll get to the point where you'll catch yourself, right? You're like, okay, wait, what is that? Why am I down? What just happened?
You're not gonna stay there though.
Right. And then you'll automatically like sometimes, like if my back starts hurting or whatever, I'm like, what is that? What just happened?
hold up.
Okay, then I have to think about, okay, the weather changed, pressure changed, but
Mhm.
my body is completely in every way healed by the sacrifice that Jesus made for me on that cross when he was bleeding, dying, thorns in his head. I overcome this. My body is healed. My body is healed. My body is healed. And I just keep saying it. And I just keep saying it. And I keep saying it. And I feel better.
Yeah.
It starts to
Well,
go away because
that's what
I'm
it means
lining
to
this up
meditate day
with
and night.
that. Yeah.
Meditate in the day and night
Yeah.
because stuff happens.
It
Stuff
does.
happens. What was I telling you when it was like early April and I was just feeling so melancholy and just feeling like I'm just drained. I don't even
You
know.
didn't even know why. You're like, what's
Yeah,
going
I don't even know what's happening. And then it dawned on me, oh my gosh, my husband passed away April 28th. What I don't recognize, my spirit recognizes.
on? Yes.
It's like you're feeling this lull because your spirit knows this was the time that was coming up where you experienced the greatest loss of your life.
Yes. But there was one thing when we started talking about it, and you're like, oh my God, Monique, this is what's going on. And I was like, this is what's amazing, as you said, but I don't know what came up, a song or something came up that it clicked with you, that
Mhm.
that was what that was. But you said it started last, like years ago, it started
It used to be
in
in
a different
January.
month, and it would take the till the time he passed away. And then the month got
Then it moved
closer.
to
It
February.
moved.
Then
It
it moved to
moved.
March. And now we're
Yes.
into April,
Yeah.
mid-April.
Mid-April. You almost missed it. Like,
It's
that's
like,
your body healing because
I'm
you're walking in the healing.
exactly. And it's okay to, you have the other side of the spectrum where people are like, okay, I'm feeling sad, but I gotta push it away because I'm a Christian. And so I don't need to be sad. Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you do. And you
Sometimes
just sit in that and allow yourself to feel it. But
feel it, process it.
we don't stay there. Feel it, process it, and then find out how you need to move past it.
Yeah.
Stay there. You don't
And
stay
find the origin.
there.
Like, take the time, because
I'll do
when you
this
do sit in it, whatever, find where the origin started.
because
Why do I keep dropping when this happens?
mhm.
Okay. And okay, so where did this, okay, did this start when I was a little kid? Oh,
Yeah.
did this start when so and so died, a parent died, or somebody died, or grandma died?
What
Why
is
did
it
I?
that's causing it?
Yeah, why did I?
Like
Okay, so
for me to recognize,
yeah,
okay, April 28th, that's when John left me.
yeah.
That's why I'm feeling this way.
So, question: did the kids feel anything? How were they doing around that time?
I think they were, I look at, some of their posts and stuff, and I think they feel it as well, but just in a different way,
Yeah,
just in a different way.
but do
Because,
they feel it getting closer or better or processing
we
it?
never really talked about it.
Mm,
I'll have to find that out. I think they recognize it in me, and I think they kind of sense it, and they kind of look to see how they can
help you.
help it out or whatever.
Yeah, that would be an interesting thing to talk about.
I think I
Yeah,
definitely think. But it's like you don't just push it away. You have to let yourself go through it and process it.
yeah,
Get curious and ask questions about it.
yeah, yeah. There's some things
And
too in
that's
my life that I will hit, and I will like quench, like get that, like you said, that fear. And for one, my body, when it feels fear, it's like, what the heck is happening?
right.
And then I'll go back, and it could be
Oh,
like,
listen.
yeah, I think that one of my big things is like a house, let's say. Okay. And so then the thought of it, it's like, but everybody has a house, but I have something's there. right? Something is there, and it's because of like houses that were lost and all that back then or whatever.
So
And
that's playing in your mind. It's like, well, if I got one, what if I lost that too?
yeah, and that's stuff that was happening behind my back that I didn't know was happening. So my concept and process of that
Mm-hmm.
is damaged. And so now it's like, okay, but I'm healed, so I need to walk in that healing, and I need to like
Allow yourself
find,
to go there.
yeah, the origin
Hey,
of
you know
it.
what? Every time we got something together and your actions caused us to lose it, I'm upset about that.
Yes. And I have to allow myself to be upset about that.
Instead of try to make it better, instead of trying to
Or
make it
smooth it over.
forward or smooth it over. It's like, no, man, you took away my security and
Yeah.
I'm mad about it.
Yeah.
And then when you can get mad about it, that's when you can move past it.
Mm-hmm. So that's where I am right now.
It's like,
And my daughter is in the houses, and she's amazing with this stuff. My daughter and son-in-law, my little one. They're like, how many kids you got? This is the
what
the
if I?
youngest daughter, youngest daughter I have. And so, but she, like, when I have questions, or I don't even know what questions to ask because I don't know, right? But just watching her and listening to her it's educating me.
Yeah.
And so I'm like walking without, like, what is it when my people get more knowledge? They, that's what it is, that knowledge part that I'm at right now, where
And
I
just
want to have confidence in
recognizing
that
that
area.
that's what you were built for.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm meant to do well.
Yeah. And that's an investment.
It is.
It's a
And
talent,
that's one of
right?
those
If we look at
things
it that way.
that success is built around. You have to have that go back to the identity. You have to know that I am made to succeed. I was
Yes.
not made to fail. I was made to succeed. That's how my father designed me.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is where I'm going. I don't know how to get there. I don't even
Nope.
need to know how to get there. All I
Don't
need
need
to
to.
know is that I was made to succeed. Period.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're going to teach me how. I don't have to know all the answers right now. And that's one of the tricks of the enemy, too. It's like, if you don't know, it ain't going to happen. I don't have to know
I
nothing.
don't have to know none of it.
I will find out along the way. I had this thing yesterday, or what was it? Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I even tried to call you. You didn't answer.
Well, damn.
But
I was out in the streets
she
with
was
little
out.
one.
She was out gallivanting.
Yeah,
So
no.
I got up.
I was with Martiana getting the stuff because she stages. She has
She
her
was
own
having
staging
margarita
business.
day.
So we were in Ross or something.
She was having margarita day. So I'm here at the house. I wake up Saturday morning. It's a beautiful day outside. Beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. And I'm like, I need to get out of this house. I need to go do something. And
Mm-hmm.
then the old tape starts playing. Well, it's you're gonna have trouble out there. If you're by yourself, you gotta call a Uber, you gotta do all this, the whole list, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I have found that when I get into these places, that I just have to make a move, regardless.
Oh, okay,
And that's
okay, okay.
that's one of the secrets of success. You just make a move.
You said Leap, right? That book that you read, Leap.
Whether you know how to do it or not. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. And then I'm talking myself out of it. I'm talking myself out of it
Well,
because
you're having a battle. You're having a battle.
I'm literally having a battle. It's beautiful. I want to be outside. You know it's going to be difficult to get outside by yourself. It's so beautiful. I need to be out. I can just walk around the stores. You know you're not going to be able to see in the stores. And I'm battling, right?
Yeah.
And so when I get into these places, I just say, I say the words, but I say
Okay.
going,
We
right?
can't say the words.
I'm like, I'm going because you pissed me off now, right?
Yeah, you done pissed.
You pissed me off right now.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I'm going. So I called the Uber up and I'm like, first I'm like, where can I go? I'm like, okay, there's a shopping area down not too far. There's a place to have lunch. there's a whole bunch of stores. It's got all these different stores down there. So I'm like, I
Okay.
will go there and I will just walk around because we've been talking about decorating and stuff. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go walk around there. So Monique told me go check out Burlington Coat Factory, right? So
Yes.
so I go, I get dropped off at the Burlington Coat Factory. I walk into the Burlington Coat Factory, and all of a sudden, everything just goes like gray and dim, right?
Oh,
And I'm like, crap, I can't see. I can't see nothing.
I can't see the doo doo. I can't see doo
I
doo.
can't see the doody doo. And so I'm like, okay, I guess you better put on your big girl pants and put this mobility stuff to work. So I'm like, all right, the cane is not just for cute looks. You need to use it. So,
Okay.
so I'm thinking to
Like,
myself, they usually keep all of the decorating stuff in the back. So I'm
yes.
like,
Head to the back.
gonna walk to the back. And so I take out my phone, I'm using my phone magnifier so I can just kind of look around, kind of gaze where I'm at. And I'm like, all right, keep walking, keep walking. So I get to the back. And so I get back there and I'm looking at the stuff and I'm trying to see the stuff. And I'm like, I can't see the stuff. And I'm feeling the frustration coming up
Oh,
inside of me, right? Because I'm like, I used to be able to go into a store and just browse and look at stuff. And I can't see the stuff. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, literally, take a deep breath. It's okay. It's okay. You're out. You're out. You did one. You did one. So I'm like, just get your phone out and, look around, see what you see. And I'm like, okay, I'm seeing stuff. And so I'm hearing all these kids screaming in the store.
oh
And
no.
stuff is all over the place, right? And, I usually hate those kind of stores, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, somebody stop this kid from screaming, right?
The
So I'm
snot's
like,
in my ears.
I am having a bad experience in here. I need to leave because it's this bad experience is going on top of my experience of my
Yeah.
frustration and it's making me really upset. And so I'm
Okay.
like, okay, leave and go into another store. So I leave out of there and then I walk a little further down and I find the Kirkland.
Yes. The Holy Grail.
The Holy
That
Grail.
place.
The Holy Grail. I opened the door
That's our
and
place.
I open the door and all the candle smells come into my senses.
Oh, see, and that's crazy because it's a positive. It's a positive
There's a
reinflection.
positive.
Yes.
There's nice music playing.
And there's
I
lights.
still can't see anything, mind you.
No, but it's lit. It's lit better
It's
than
not lit better. It's not.
It's
I
not.
still, I still can't see any better because it's not the store. It's me.
Oh, oh
It's not
yeah.
the store. It's me.
Oh
So
yeah. Okay.
I still can't see great in there, but I'm smelling the smells. I'm listening
Yes.
to the music. There's no children screaming. So I'm like, I can stay in here for a while. And
Okay.
so I just said, well, you know the layout of the store when you could see it. So just walk around, take your time, touch things. So that's what I did. And I ended up coming out with some of those little packets of the little smelly things that you shake it and they smell nice.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
got
love those.
myself a candle and I bought myself a lamp.
You did? Where
Did
is it? Where is it?
my bedroom. I finally
Can you go
replaced
get it?
I replaced my little princess lamp that I had that one of the
Oh,
princesses broke off. So it was a nice experience, but I had to calm myself down and look at where, feel the nice
energy.
experience, feel the energy. The energy was so different in there than it was in
Yeah.
Burlington, where I'm listening to all these children screaming and it was just, I don't like stores like Ross and stuff like that, where it's just
Yeah.
things all over the place. I don't like them. I don't like them. So I
So
go
did
and
you
it's
notice
so nice.
Snickers?
Snickers. Snickerdoodle. But
Hey, yo.
it was just so nice in there to just smell the smells. And I'm like, I could just stay in here for a while and it's okay.
Wow.
And
Okay.
so
So
after
did
I
you
got out of
notice?
there, go
Wait,
ahead.
did you notice that like when you stopped and you calmed yourself down, did that help? Because like that, your pressure's up.
Well,
Your
check it
pressure.
out. But first, I had to get out of that environment of
Yeah.
negativity
Oh,
because the
okay.
Burlington Coat Factory was adding to my frustration.
Yeah.
Like I already am
Oh.
upset because I can't see the stuff like I used to be able to. And
Okay.
now you got people screaming, you got stuff all over the place. It was adding to my frustration. So I knew enough to say, I got to get out of here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
Okay.
like, well, okay, if anything, I can go walk down to Coles. It's a nicer environment there. But I passed
Wow.
Kirkland first.
That you didn't have to go nowhere after that.
I didn't have to go nowhere after that. I went to go eat.
You did. Where'd you go?
I walked down to this other little restaurant that they had in the area, and I
Uh-huh.
went and got myself a table and sat down and ate by myself. And I was gonna call you and tell you about my frustration,
I'm
but
sorry. I was out doing
there, but
errands.
I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, self, you need to raise that energy because this might be the place where Mr. Wonderful is.
Here we
Right?
go.
Right? Right? Right?
Right.
Turns
Right.
out
Right.
Mr. Wonderful wasn't in there that day,
That's
but
okay.
that's okay. That's okay. Because I was wonderful and
There
I
you
was,
go.
but it's like these are the things that can hinder your success because
Yeah.
as soon as the negative comes out, as soon as the challenge comes up, as soon as the difficulty comes up, the first instinct is to quit.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot
I
quit.
can't.
I
Yeah.
cannot quit because then you win, and I can't
Yeah.
let you win. And I called my mom after that. And I said, she's like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm out doing brave things.
Oh, snap a doo doo. That's awesome.
I'm out doing
Well,
brave things.
while you were out on that day, I came up with I was with my little one, my little daughter, that the youngest one, and I got this book on it's a wine course. Ah, so
This.
I woke up, the Lord woke me up, and it was like 3 a.m, like he always does. And he's like,
I think you
you
should
know,
request a different time now.
I, you know, it's been since high school.
Your partners now. You could say, you know what? I don't think this is working for me. No.
He said, but it's working for me as
He's the Lord. He can do anytime.
it worked at first. You wake. It's a natural thing now. It works out. And so I was thinking of, learning about wine and what it's all about since I'm up in the wine country now. And so I was out and about with my young one, and this book was just like
It was calling.
$3.
It was
I was like,
calling me.
I gotta get it. So that's gonna be my new thing that I'm gonna adventure out into. And then
And why
maybe
not, right?
why not?
Because we're always evolving.
I want to learn that, and I want to learn how to pair it with the food and
And I love
everything.
how you said that. I want to learn that.
I want to learn that. This is my new thing.
That's how we succeed.
Yes.
Just
And I looked up courses.
learning.
I looked up courses too. So after I do this, then I can maybe take some courses or whatever. Just boom, just to know. I
It's your
looked at
area, right? Why not?
yeah, when I did my internship in France, that was one of the things that we had on our list to learn, right? That was one of the things that they advertised,
I pair that wine with food.
Yeah, and candy, that was one of the big things we wanted to learn too. But when we got there, the dude had left that school. So we didn't have it. So I was like, dang, so I never got to learn it. But now
Can.
I'm ready. And the course, Stephanie, you could take it in person. It's in Napa. So you could take it in person or you could take it at home online. Look at you.
I hit that nap up.
You like that? And they will ship, they have like a packet. They can ship the wine to you.
You know,
Or you can
Brian
go pick it
Culbertson is
up.
having a jazz getaway in Napa
I know.
in June.
Oh, spigot. I knew you were gonna pick up on that.
Plug.
There you go. There you go. So I'm gonna do probably like the online because I'll be working or whatever. But the packet comes and you do it online, so you're tasting at the same time with the class.
That's
And then you
exciting.
take the test in person though.
That's exciting. Making it work. See, that's how the stories that we tell ourselves about success work.
Yeah,
Tell
because I could
yourself
have
you can do it.
just
Tell
I could have
yourself
just
you
said
can do
it's
it.
not. I don't. It's far and I can't or something. Oh, because actually the school is in San Francisco, so that's a
Mhm.
little further up or
Yeah.
whatever. But I when she said online Zoom, I was like, oh
There's always going to be challenges in life,
yeah,
but that doesn't mean that they have to stop you.
yeah.
Just work them. Just work them. Make a
Oh,
decision that I'm going to be brave today and I'm going to do it.
so proud of you.
All right.
That
Perfect.
was that was that was awesome. And you got some smell goods.
Got some smell goods, man. My bathroom and my room smells so nice.
See there?
I go back and get some more.
Yeah. And smells, they give you that positive energy.
It does.
It
It does.
really does.
But it's like just changing your environment can make
Yes.
all of the difference in the world.
Yeah. It could
And
be a
on top of
candle.
that, I got
What?
myself a house cleaner. So
Oh, oh shoot. Do we have time to talk about that just a minute?
sure.
Let's do it. Oh my God. I was so proud of you, girl.
Like
I didn't know. Oh my
like
God.
the second time she came.
Oh, she's
So
done her second round.
oh man, we're doing twice a month.
Why did you get a house cleaner?
I got a house cleaner because I recognized that I need some help with things now. My vision done took a dive.
I took a dive
Done took a
and I need
dive.
some help.
And I recognize that I deserve to do something good for me that helps me.
Yeah. Wow.
I done did
You
it.
like it?
I did. I do. And she's so sweet.
That's nice. You said the first day it was just so lovely. You had your little one come over and because she's that vision,
Oh, she checked
you're
it
like
out.
she has to look around. And wait, what did okay, so she cleaned upstairs first, or
Mm-hmm.
stayed upstairs
Yeah.
the
And she
first
did
time.
downstairs.
Your son came home and he was like, oh my God, my mom got
He came
gypped.
home and he's like, "Oh no, my mom like she paid for this house cleaner." He's talking to his fiance, and he's like, "She's supposed to clean up, and she didn't clean up. It looks the same." He thought I got taken advantage of, and I said, "No, she only cleaned upstairs today." He's like, "Oh my gosh, I thought it's like she can't see it, so
Oh
she
my
just
God.
didn't do anything."
Oh my God. He was about to boo up on this poor lady.
It's like, no, she came back today and did downstairs,
Oh, do you
but
smell the
like
lovely freshness?
it smells so lovely and fresh. And it's like the guy that does all the calls and stuff, the owner, I told
Uh-huh.
him, I said, "You have such a lovely voice." I'm like, I just want to see the face that goes with the voice.
I have to. I have to match it.
so, so I
Yes.
so I asked the lady that came by today, her name is Liz, and I said,
Uh-huh.
you know, Brandon, he has such an amazing voice. He's like, I just want to know what he looks like. And she's like, well, girl, he looks good. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. You didn't have to tell nobody that.
Sometimes when you have a really great voice, it's not happening. But she
Yeah,
said, no, that's not the case.
that's not the case. Oh my.
It's not the case. The voice matches everything else.
So are we allowed to say the company?
We are. It's Carter's Cleaning, Carter with a K. If you're in the Fort Worth area, give them a call and listen to Brandon's lovely voice on the phone.
Ask for Brandon.
Brandon usually answers. He's answered every time I call. But Carter with a K, Carter's Cleaning, Fort Worth. Yeah,
Gave him a plug. Make sure you tell him.
I like
Say,
that.
dude,
I like
we
them.
advertise for you.
And I got Liz. She's super, super sweet. She does a great job.
Oh man, I am
Yeah,
so happy.
good things for ourselves.
Yes. And like we said, we're starting to do our decorating situation. So,
Exactly. Because
we're changing things up.
got off of that for a little while. So I'm
Yeah.
putting myself
We're
back on,
back.
putting myself back on it because you know what? I deserve it.
Yes, you do. I'll have my new place
I
and you'll
deserve
have your place, and we'll
it.
have Martiana throw us some bones as far as decorating because
And
she
then we'll have
already
margaritas.
said no to some of my stuff.
She's like, oh no,
No, mom, I don't like that table. but I like you like this. I'm like, oh, this child knows me like a book. I was like, that's tight. And she's like, I know.
But what would she say about my lighted tree?
You want me to ask her?
Do
you want me to ask her?
Go ahead, ask her.
I'll be right back.
You do that. She's gonna go and ask her. She's gonna ask Martiana, who stages homes for real estate homes and stuff. So, she's a stager. She knows what she's doing. But look it's not a Christmas tree. It's just a tree. It has no significance other than those pretty lights that are on there. That's what it's all about.
She's right here. Why don't you ask her? Sit down. This is my daughter, Martiana.
Hello, Martiana.
Hi. All right.
Martiana stages homes. She knows what she's doing.
She has her own business. What's the name of your business?
J&J Design House.
Yeah. Call them if you are in the Northern Cal area. Plug. So your mother seems to have an issue with my tree, my lighted tree back
I just had an issue, but I'm just saying.
The Christmas tree? No, you're keeping the joy year round.
No,
my daughter has a Christmas tree in her room.
What did you say it was called?
A Christmas tree.
A lighted tree.
Oh, it's a Christmas tree, but it's okay because my daughter's got one too. Christmas is my favorite holiday, and we keep the spirit alive year round.
Christmas tree, though.
Whatever, Steph. Whatever.
I will send you a link.
That makes it a Christmas.
Wait, did you hear this? Listen.
I will send you a link to a fake tree plant that you could put back there for your ambiance to your office.
This one has lights, and I dig it. Okay, so maybe I got it at Costco around Christmas time. That's okay. But
she had an ornament on it.
Just one.
Yes.
No, she had a ornament.
Yes.
One.
What color was it?
It wasn't.
It was Snoopy.
Hey.
Snoopy in his laying on top of his little doghouse.
I would have had Little Mermaid, so
I would have, but they had those, and I thought they were really cute, so I got it. But
oh my gosh!
Oh well, we are going to interview little one day. Yes, with her business adventures, her and her husband Lawrence, and
we're all about that. All about that life.
All about that life. Oh, we should call it that.
Stay tuned.
Yes,
that life.
she just joined us on the beach house, guys.
Yay!
Happy to be here.
All right.
Now it's Cinco de Mayo, so I'm gonna go make some meat.
Margaritas? You're gonna make some margaritas?
I already made it. Okay.
Me and Sydney had our margaritas for today.
I just made mine, and my husband's firing up the grill, so we can get some meat going.
I will be over.
Come on over, girl.
Can you please fly out?
Yes. You should. No, really, plan a trip, please.
I can make it.
Yeah, come visit us.
Yes.
We'd love to have you.
Margaritas and grills.
I got you, girl.
Grillarita.
I can't. Okay. On that note,
she's already had a margarita.
She has. Okay.
On that note, we're gonna say, hey, hit that subscribe button.
Yes,
hit that share and that like button, and join us next week on the Beach House with Mo and Steph.
Talk to you later.